G'day guys, it's Dave Long back at in the factory for Dave Long Custom Lures. Yeah, I'm just going to do this Oxlyan Pigmy Perch. I keep getting that name mixed up a bit, but anyway, this is what we're aiming for, and this is, as I said, it's nearly extinct in the wild, which is really unfortunate. It's still found in one of the islands off the coast of Queensland, but anyway, we'll try and do this one. It's a good pattern. It's a natural pattern, and it does catch fish. All right. So anyway, we're going to do it this pattern in that lure, and later on we'll epoxy that one and another one I've done previously in a later video. Alright, so anyway, we'll do this. Right, the first thing we'll do is it's going to be, we've done the white undercoat and sealer. Now what we're going to do is a black on the back and down to the lateral line on the sides. Alright, so I'll just periodically check the video just to make sure everything's going alright now. Alright, while I'm doing this, because I've been having trouble with the recordings, but we'll just get by and we'll do the best we can. Okay, so I'll just mix some black up. I might do a little bit extra because we're going to be doing 2 stencils today. I don't want to make it too thin though. I'll mix that up. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going to be using the 0.2mm airbrush all through the whole lure, because the lure is a small lure, but I just find that it's just easy just to use one lure, airbrush, instead of changing over during the paint job. Okay, so now I'll put the black in here, and that should do. Okay, so I'll just shift that, that's good. That's good. Okay, so now we're just going to do the back and down to the lateral line on the side, and then we're going to move on to a bit of red underneath the throat. Alright, so we'll do the black first. Yeah, so what I'm saying previously on another video was that I might need to give that another coat. It's a little bit loose. What was I? Yeah, I was saying on the previous video that sometimes the first coat is not always the finished coat because it's fairly thin. Okay, and so what I'm doing now is just drying it with a hairdryer, just to speed it up, but to make sure it's a little bit dry before we get to the next coat on top there, the black, because it looks fairly thin because the paint is fairly loose. Which is okay, that's normal, and we can get around all this. There we go, that's better. And what this black does for this particular pattern is it gives it a background to the scales and other paint we're going to be putting on, just to define it. Okay. I might use that black again. Let's finish that. That's it. And I'll just put that aside because we're going to use that later on for another couple of, or another stencil. Okay, I'll just clean this out. There we go. I'm pretty excited about this particular pattern because I haven't done one for a little while, and also it's been such a great success. I think this is one of the first ones I ever did, trying to duplicate a local species, what they call baits, well, not baits, but forage that we have in Australian waters. So if you're looking at this from overseas, this is called the Oxlyan Pigmy Perch, and it's very rare in the wild, but it's a great pattern to use. Okay, so next thing we do, that's fairly dry. I'll just give it another blast. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is a little bit of red underneath the throat there. This is not compulsory on my pattern, but I just do it as a little extra. I'll just get the red. Just gives it a little bit more colour and depth. So what I'm using now is a wicked red. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, let's go in a bit closer. There we are. And that's there, that's better. That's just a normal red. And we'll just put a bit in this mixing. I think that'll do. It's very thick, this one, for some reason. I bought it like that, actually. Just give it a little bit of a mix like that. That's better. So I don't want a lot of paint, I just want enough to do the throat, that's all. It's looking a bit wet out there, but I'm still going to go fishing tomorrow. Got to get out of the house and wet a line occasionally. Okay, so I might just bring that down a bit and pressure. Okay, so now we're going to do the throat. Now this may need a couple of coats, so we'll just wing it and see what it comes up with. Now what I'm doing here, I'm actually putting most of the paint on the bib here, which is actually covered, but I'm just wanting a little hint of a red throat, not a big red throat. Yeah, it's coming up pretty good actually on the first coat. We'll just dry that and just see what it looks like. Not too bad. I'll give that just a little bit more. As you can see. Yeah, that's beautiful. Very rich red, that one. Okay, so now I'll just clean that out. I'll have to clean that container out too. Yeah, that's a very hard colour to clean out too. So I'll just get some more of these. I find these are very handy. These are just cotton wool buds. They just get the end residue out a little bit better and scrub it out without too much abrasion. That's still coming out there, so I'll just run a bit more water through it. That's it. And we'll clean this out and then we'll put the next one on. Oh, actually I'll dry that. I'll dry that through. And we're going to put our first scale small scale stencil on, so I'll have to get this lure off. I put it on this sponge just because it just holds it a bit tighter when I do this. So I'll just put that on there. There we go. That's good. So we just want the scales, and they'll be silver scales on the side, on the shoulder, and down the side here. Like that. So I'll mix up the silver. I hope you can see that. I'll just move it into. I'll check the camera. Yeah, it's good. We're going well today. Alright, so now I don't want a lot of silver. That's fine. Just a little bit, It's fairly loose at the moment, but I'll just put a little bit of, that's it, reducer into it, mix it up. I think that should be enough, we'll see. excuse me. Okay, there we go. Let's put that in. I think we might need some more mix later on, but anyway, we'll see how this goes. There we go. Okay. So we'll just try some scales now. Now this is a small scale stencil that I made up. Saw this idea on another video quite a while back, and I thought, oh, that's not a bad idea, you know. So anyway, I'll pass this on to you. There we go. We'll put this on. This might need a couple of coats. Just take that up and have a look at that one. Yeah. Not overly happy with that one. So what we'll do, that silver is a bit loose. So we'll just dry that off. And what I'll do, I'll try and fix that up while we're doing the black. Okay. Alright, so just hold that a bit tighter. That's better. We're still putting the silver on. Yeah, that's not really, it's a very loose paint, so I might have to put some extra silver in there. It didn't really work out that well. Yeah, I might have to fix all this up, but we'll just give it another try. Okay, that's not too bad. I might just leave that because, oops, sorry, there it looks a little bit runny there, but I'll just leave it as it is because those scale patterns on there is actually brought it up good enough to look like scales there. Yeah, we'll just leave that. That's fine. I can see the scales on the gills there too. Okay, so Alright, so we'll leave that as it is. I'll put it back on the little helping hands. That's it. Yeah, I was a bit worried about the scales there, but I'm not overly concerned now. They look alright. So now, what we're going to do now is we're going to let's put a little bit of sepia. Sepia is quite a unique colour. I know I've mentioned this before. There it is, sepia. It's like a browny green colour, and it's in nature. It's quite prevalent. You see a lot of it on the bait fish, especially the freshwater stuff. I'll just move the camera a little bit. There we go. Clean that out. Alright. Put in 3 drops there, you don't need a lot. I might just leave it as without. It looks pretty. I might just leave it as it is because it's not loose and it's not thick, so we won't have to thin it out a bit. I'll just clean out this silver. There we go. Silver can be another hard colour. Well, anything metallic in paint can be hard to clean out. But the .2 mil, it's not a big gun anyway. It's quite fine. So it tends to clog up a lot easily. But it's good for detail work. I like using it for smaller lures and so forth. Okay, so now we'll just put a bit of sepia in there. Okay, that might be enough. I don't want to put it on thick. I just put it on just nice and gentle, nice and fairly thin. So we're going to put it over the shoulders and on the back. Here we go. You don't need a lot. There we go. That gives up that little slight bronzy look. Very nice. That'll do. That's fine. I'll just clean that out. Now you probably don't notice it that well, but once it has an epoxy on it, it'll come up a lot better. It's funny about the epoxy, it tends to give that amplified look on the baits. That actually can enhance the baits. It makes them wet too, makes them look more natural. Okay, so now we've got that on. I'll just dry that off a little bit. I've still got that little bit of a run there, so might put some more white on the bottom there, and I can do that with the help of a mask. Where are we? Here. A little mask. There we go. No, not that one. We'll get another one out. It's a mottling mask. If you can't hear me too well, I've got a bit of a blocked nose today. Here we are. We might do this with a bit of white, and this will help. Alright. So this is the mask I was talking about. This is from Armour, they call it Armour, and it's used for modelling and so forth on plastic and scale modelling, military modelling for camouflage. And yeah, I'll just use a bit of that around the bottom there. It'll actually give it a better look too, because it gives that natural beat up, scarred look that tends to happen with bait fish. So I'll just mix some white for that. There we are, it's down there. I'll just check to see if I'm still recording. Yeah, we're going well. A lot better than it was yesterday, I tell you. Okay, so we'll put in a bit of white here. Not a lot. Not a lot. That's a little bit thick, so I'll just give that a hit with some reducer. Just a little bit. There we go. That's it. That's all we need. Give that a mix. That's the way. Now some people don't clean out their guns in between in their different paint colours, but I do. I like to keep it a little bit separate, and it also keeps the gun a bit more cleaner too. Okay, that's what we want. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just go underneath that. See where that has got a bit runny there? So what I'll do, I'll just hit that with some white, and that'll pep it up a bit. I'll just get in there if I can. Okay, that might be better. There, that's good. That's like a... Yeah, you can see that now, where it's actually just giving it that beat up look on the bait, so it looks more natural. I might do the other side too. Let's put that over there, and I'll put that, swing that over. Yeah, that's come off good, I like that. Gives that scarred look a little bit, and we'll just come over here. That's it. That's great. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Okay, so we'll just clean that out. Okay, now we're going to just highlight it now with a what we call it's like a line. It's like a line of stencils in one. That's it there. Alright, so it's a bit hard to see, but once we put that on, it'll actually, we'll put it on the lateral line here, and then that'll just bring out the bait a bit more in perspective to what it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. Okay, so anyway, we'll put the black in. That's better. This won't take long to do, just got to line it up properly, that's all. And we don't want the markings on the gills if we can. I'll just line it up, there we are. And I can see the lateral line through there, and this stencil is not real clean anyway, but it's enough to, there we are, get it lined up. There we go. I might just add to that a little bit. That's a bit better, just makes it a little bit sort of closer together down the side there. Now we'll try the other side. Just clean this a little bit. That's it. Turn that around. Just check to see if we're still recording. Yep, we're okay, that's good. So, you know, with my videos, you just get it as you get it. I'm not going to be pussyfooting around with glamour and just trying to find that line there. The other side's getting worse. Alright. Still lining it up. I think that's pretty well right. See how that goes? Oh, that's not too bad. And we'll just join up that front one a little bit. That's it. That's pretty good. I might just go over the eyes like that. Just while I got the black in the gun. That's good. On the nose a little bit. There we go. That's good. So yeah, we're going out fishing tomorrow. Chasing the old barra up here. I'll have to make some barra lures for you. Okay, so I'll just give that a dry. There we go. That's great. I think that's pretty good because I've made a sort of a beat up motley type of belly to it, which is, that's the first time I've done that, so I'm pretty happy with that. That looks like a more natural type of fish. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up a, I haven't done this before on this bait, but I think it'll bring it up a little bit. I'm going to put a dye on it. The dye is a dirt track brown, which is, you know, you think maybe it's a bit too browny colour maybe, but what I'm going to do is just tone down a little bit of the back of the bait, just to bring it down a little bit. It won't be excessive, and it won't be outlandish if I can help. And I wouldn't mind putting it on the side there on those black markings, but I'll just see how we go. Anyway, we're just going to put a little bit on. It won't be a lot. I'll have to mix this up. I should have done this before, but 1, 2, 3. I'll just use 3 drops. A couple of drops of reducer. That's it. And we've got our UVLS. Now this is quite a useful additive to coatings. It tends to bring up not only a good look about and sealing the paint, but it also prevents fading and so forth as you're using this in the outdoors. Okay, so anyway, that's what it's designed for, but I like to use it for, you've got to use it in here to mix with the dye and to seal the other colours at a later date. And I think that's enough, not too much. I'll mix that up. And we're supposed to leave this for 15 minutes, but we're running a little bit tight today. I'll just leave it to one side. I'll just check the video. Yeah, still rocking on, so that's good. Okay, so Oxlyan, that's the word, Oxlyan Pigmy Perch, yep, that's the one, Oxlyan Pigmy Perch. God, I haven't done it for so long, I can't even pronounce it. Alright, so give it a hit. I better clean that out first. stubborn. I think that's the word for it. Anyway. Give that a little bit of a wipe. You won't need a lot of this. In fact, this brown, it sounds like it's overpowering and dark and gloomy, but really it's rather thin. Well, it has been in the past anyway. We'll give this a go. Pour it over there. Okay. I'll just... So it's like a ready brown. Anyway, we'll go over the back now. So this is the dirt track brown going on. A bit on the eyes. That's it, not much. Just a little bit there. Now I'll just see if we can get these markings. Okay. A little bit, not much. That's it, that's all in there. Okay, so I'll just let that go off. Yeah, so that's come up fairly good. We'll put some nice eyes on it now. Yeah, the poor little fish, it's struggling at the moment to survive in Australian waters. On this particular island, I dare say no one would really know or understand that it's having the struggle for its life. And anyway, that's why sometimes I like to use hard baits to replace that need to take bait fish out of the environment too. I'll just check the video again. Yeah, okay, we're going very well. That's the last time I'll check it, I think. Okay, so we'll just let that dry a little bit, and I'll put it near the vent there. I'll clean these out, they're clean. That one's not, so I'll do that one. Just to keep on top of this. Can get out of hand, I tell you. Alright. Yeah, so I'm just letting you know that if you're not aware of it, for the people overseas, we've just had a cyclone here, and it's really stirred up the ecosystem, let alone everything else. We had a bit of flooding throughout the neighbourhood here, and yeah, that was a little bit exciting. It's not often that we get cyclones down this far south, but yeah, tend to shake us up a bit and let us know that we're not untouchable. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Okay, what I'll do, yeah, they're starting to dry a little bit, so I'll just give it another minute or so. Now, just to let you know, I think we might do a different type of lure next time, but something a little bit more, I don't know, probably still natural, but we'll go for a saltwater lure next time. Probably minnow or something like that, and something you can use off beaches and rocks on the reef, and target species like mackerel and coral trout, stuff like that, that will take something a little bit sort of natural in that environment. Okay. Alright, so let's have a look at the eyes. Let's see what we've got here. Now this bait has only got a small eye, it's probably a 4 or 5. So we'll start off with a 5. That might be okay. Now we're looking for a natural eye, so I'm just going for the silver eye. If I got them, yes I have, yes, there we go. There we go. And I'll just leave that out actually. Put that out of the way. Need a bigger booth, I think. Maybe one day. Yeah, my factory here, it's not real big. It's just a portion of a shed. That's all it is. And it gets me by though. And I'll get a knife out. A knife here somewhere. That's it. That'll do. It's just to take the eye off the card. That's it. So I'll put a little bit of glue on. Always put a dab of glue on. It just prevents it from moving around when you put the epoxy on. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, that number 5, that is a good size. So there you go. That's what it'll look like. You can see that. I'll just turn it over, put the other one on. There we go. So I haven't done one of these for a while. And we're going to put that on there. And there you go, an Oxlyan Pigmy Perch in all its glory. Yeah, that's looking really good. I like that. I like that very much. So you can see the markings still, obviously, but you can still see the scales there, just slightly, not much, both sides. Yeah, not too bad. You can just see those scales on the gills too, but that's good. That's just a fine look at natural bait. After all, we're trying to, on this bait, is match the hatch. So if you get a chance, look up Google or someone on these native fish, and you'll find that one. There we go. The Oxlyan Pigmy Perch. Alright guys, well look, I'm done here. I've got to wait till that dries a bit before I go further with it. But next time you see this, it'll have a coat of epoxy on it, and Yeah, well, we should give it a go sometime up in the freshwater scene. It's a good one for bass. Bass love it. Okay, thank you very much, and have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.